I'm thinking we might need to shoot a little further than we usually do, because the does are picking up my scent a little further away than I would expect, and he is attentive there at 40 meters and actually even alert. So if he turns broadside and this doe can get out of my way. So guys, today we're going to do some shotgun hunting here in the Hunter Call of the Wild, and I just recently unlocked the 12 gauge pump action shotgun. I don't know how to say the actual name of that, but we are here on Layton Lakes to do exactly that, and we're going to focus on the deer species. So we're in Chila right now, and we're going to try to hit these 3 lakes that tend to be pretty good for deer. So this one, which has a little bit of hunting pressure at it, hopefully there'll still be animals, and the kind of mushroom one tends to have a ton of deer. So mainly after deer, I did bring the 454 and 7mm for the bigger species, but for the most part I will be ignoring them unless they're males, and we'll see if we can get some shotgun score and work our way towards the slugs. And we're actually starting off with probably the best species for the shotgun here on Layton Lakes, a coyote, although it's hiding quite well. There is one right down here in the trees in front of us. It's just a matter of actually finding a position that I can go to see it without spooking it, but it's literally right there where we just saw those leaves puff. There it is. Just a level 2. Well, that was an unfortunate timing. It managed to stop just as I was going for that shot, but we got a few more in it. I don't know what that sound was. I don't know if that was wind. It sounded really weird, but it looks like it went down right up here. It might have been the deer snorting, but that's not really what it sounded like. But anyway, I did a mission. Not bad. I will take that, and we are at 0% on the consecutive harvest. So if we do find something that can be a diamond, we're going to have to get that in order first. And of course, we do want as much shotgun score as possible from these harvests, because I am working towards getting the slugs. So I want to have that 100% consecutive so that I get the most shotgun score out of every harvest. Sounds like we got a few deer coming our way, and one of them should be a buck. And that is not the one that I'm looking for, but I definitely hear multiple footsteps. Hopefully it's not the one that's coming in on this side, and it is. That's not a bad buck. See if we can make a solid hit on him. That is Vital Blood, so I'm going to leave him go. And if I can get another harvest, we might get a gold out of him. I think he might have been a bit too small to actually have run off. Actually, I think I messed up back there. I'm pretty sure the whitetail, you can hit them twice with the Buckshot and still get 100% on the integrity bonus, so I probably should have fired a second shot when I had the chance there. So I kind of want to test that out on this guy. I might try to not get a perfect lung shot, because when you get 3 or 4 pellets into the lung, even with a single lung on the Buckshot, they will drop. If you get like 1 or 2, usually they'll run for a bit, which I think is the case with the one that we just shot. So I kind of want to shoot this one twice just to see what happens with the integrity, and I can probably have an easier time doing that at a bit more range. So we'll go ahead and 0 for 50. And even though we can't see him perfectly. Alright, so we put 2 in him. There's a lot of blood there, so he is going to go down rather quickly, but that will tell us all we need to know about the integrity, because if we do see a potential diamond in this hunt, I think I will try to take it with the shotgun for the theme of the hunt. So I do need to know what the case is for that. I know with the blacktail, it is just 1 shot. If you don't get your shot perfect on the one, you don't have a follow-up for the integrity, but I kind of think with the whitetail it might be that you get 2, because I've been hunting with the shotguns a lot quite recently, obviously to unlock the pump. I've been using the double barrel quite a lot, but let's see what we have here. And yeah, that is the case. So integrity bonus 100%, and we did get 2 hits in him. If we go down, I'm not sure how many pellets are in a shot, but we have 11 in that, so that should have been at least 2. We do need 1 more harvest though to get 100% on the consecutive before we claim the other buck that we shot. And like I said, he could be a gold. This one's in the wind a bit, but I think if she'll turn, we can probably get enough of a shot in her lungs to take her down. Not necessarily head on, but I guess we'll do that. Go for a second one for good measure. I'm not sure how much, if any, we got in her, but she went down rather quickly, so that will give us the 100% on the consecutive harvest. We can go back and claim our buck, just in case he's going to be a gold. I'm not sure how far he ran, but it's quite possible we could have gotten a gold out of him if he was in the mid 130s area, but I think he was lower than that. I think he was actually in the 120s, maybe not even a gold to begin with, but it was at least worth a shot. But as we track this guy down, I did just want to address, I do know that you can use the red dot scope on the shotguns. It actually works quite well on the double barrel, but with the pump, it's kind of more in the way than anything. The scope kind of changes from gun to gun, and I'll show that later. So yeah, this guy actually wasn't quite what I thought. 115 on the score, and a 92% on the quick kill, but not bad in that aspect of it. But anyway, yeah, the red dot for me gets in the way more than actually helps me aim with the pump shotgun. On the double barrel, it works quite nice. The red dot's actually significantly smaller, but it takes up a huge portion of the scope and doesn't do much for the zoom aspect, so I thought we'd go open sights for this. So in the most recent update, they did mention that the hunting towers would provide more visual camouflage, so we got a cow elk out here in the drinking zone, and I think if we jump up here and give her a call, she'll probably come in. I just want to see how close she'll get before she spooks. Still calm, and she is stopping, but yeah, this is looking good. It looks like they provide a lot more visual camouflage than they did before. She is pretty much as close as you would ever need an animal to get right now. I'm not going to shoot her yet, though. I'm just spotting her with the bow. Actually, I'm zeroed for the wrong range. So she's attentive there, and she was probably going to spook any second, but how far is that? Probably like 8 meters? Yeah, 7.5. So that pretty much tells you. I mean, obviously a female is going to be less alert than a male of the surroundings, but that was pretty good. 8.9 meters was our shot distance. I mean, I think you'd be able to get a high scoring male in bow range anyway, like 25-30 meters before he becomes attentive. That is something I'm going to try out a lot more in the future. I like that, making the towers a lot more viable. As far as I can tell, only does here at the Mushroom Lake, and I think we'll just take one and move on. We'll just grab the weapon score and move somewhere else. That is how it's supposed to go, but about half the time I can't get that perfect angle. You really need that broadside angle because the Buckshot only has 5 penetration, and as you can see, we're only just getting in to the flesh there, so you really need that perfect angle, otherwise you're not really getting enough of the pellets into the lungs. You get a lot of like flesh, and pretty much they'll run for a bit, and you lose that bit of the quick kill bonus, which of course costs you a bit of weapon score, and you want every weapon score you can get when you're trying to level up those weapons. And there is a buck there. I don't know where he was hiding, but I know that I'm gonna call him back in. He looks to be right on the verge of being a gold, or being just too small to be one, but the bad thing is I don't like that angle, and of course I can't put a second shot in a blacktail, so hopefully he is going to turn broadside for us, because right now I'd rather not do that, and of course I go for the color when he decides to turn a bit, but even then it's almost better to have them quartering away, because you get into like the softer tissue there. You're not shooting through the leg or anything. Ow. That actually really scared me. I didn't realize there was a deer over there. But if he can turn just a bit more, that'll be pretty much perfect. Hi. And I think he might be starting to catch on that we're here. Just turn a little more. Just like the doe did. Come on. I might be able to drop him there, but I really don't want to take the shot if I don't have to. I don't think he's actually alert yet. If I could actually spot him. And of course he's going to do the opposite and walk right at us. I cannot seem to spot him. There we go. Alright. That was worth the wait. Hopefully he is going to be a gold. He is going to be close, I can tell you that much. 115, so a bit too low for the gold. But we did get the drop shot, which is what I was more interested in. Just getting that maximum weapon score, and we can move on. But we've hit all 3 of our lakes. I don't know if there's anything down the other side here. We can probably walk this way and check. But after that, we will probably just start hunting around, maybe jump to a few of the hot spots and see if we can get some more deer. There actually is another buck out here. He's definitely no gold, 53 to 106 on the score estimate, but he is a buck, and I do need that weapon score for the shotgun, so we'll probably try to bring him in. We'll just walk around to the other side of the lake and start calling. This is actually a different buck, but he will do just as well. He's actually a bit closer than I'd like. Go for a front-on shot, I guess. Put another one in him for good measure. That should take him down rather quickly. He is dropping in percentage, of course. We're not going to get the maximum amount of shotgun score for this one, but it should be pretty good still. This is what I was talking about. When you don't get that perfect angle, you don't get like any penetration with the buckshot. The only thing we caught here on the first shot was the leg bone. I don't know if we got anything else when we shot again. Just the jaw and the leg bone again. So that's all flesh is the only reason he went down that quickly, just the amount of impacts that we had in him. So it's really important to get that broadside shot and be able to get the penetration into the lungs. Otherwise, you're definitely losing out on a good chunk of your quick kill bonus. It's actually been a while since I've shot a black bear all the hunting on Medved Taiga. The only bears I'm shooting lately are brown bears, but we do have one here. There's a couple of does around, which I probably should shoot with the shotgun for the shotgun score, but for the sake of keeping things interesting, I think we'll go ahead and take this bear with the 7mm, and we'll go for like a neck shot maybe. I'm not sure if we got neck or spine, but whatever it was, it worked. I wonder if one of these birds would fly towards me. I want to see if I can get it with buckshot, because I've done it with the rifles plenty, but I've never actually tried it with the shotgun. So if that one will kind of... Let's see if we can hit one of these. Actually, that one's closer. That works. Now all we need is harvestable birds, so if we can get some ducks or something like that in the game, that'll be pretty sweet, because obviously the buckshot has less pellets than the birdshot and bigger pellets, so with the birdshot it should be even easier to take them out of the sky, but I just wanted to try that because I've never done it with a shotgun, and since I just fired this 7mm, it's not like I'm spooking really any extra animals. But actually somehow I managed to get a double lung shot on that. It was a bit too far forward for the spine, but I will take it. Definitely can't complain about that. A little 13 scoring female, and we will continue on our hunt for some shotgun score. I believe this guy can definitely be a gold if we can make the shot. He looks to be right around that 130 mark, but he is obviously being a little bit bigger, gonna be a bit tougher to bring into that perfect range and actually get him to turn broadside without just full on spooking, but I think we'll probably be able to do it. We got a nice spot here where we can see, and we're also pretty much hidden, and he is also right here all of a sudden. But of course I don't want to take that shot and need him to turn. That's close. There we go. Oh, first shot actually would have killed him, but we do know with the whitetail you can take that second shot and not have to worry about getting punished on the integrity bonus. I kind of like when you get the sun reflecting in their eyes in the pictures. It looks quite nice. But let's see, did we get a gold out of this guy? We did. A 139 trophy rating and 828 gold. Not bad, and we got 18 pellets in him in those two shots, so I don't know if it's 9 each or if maybe it's 10 each and we missed on either one of each or 2 on one of the 2 shots, but that is something I kind of want to know, how many buckshot pellets are in a shot. That's, I guess, the only way to find out is get like a really close range shot on something like a moose and then kill it with another weapon, but that might be something I try in the future just to find out. So I want to test how these towers perform on males, so obviously it's going to be pretty easy to get the females in close, but I want to see what we can do specifically with this guy and with this one as well. So I've got my bow for this one, and as long as the bigger one there in the back doesn't get too close, we'll just take the small one with the bow and then see how close the bigger one gets. And this guy is well on his way. He's already nervous, of course, so that's actually going to make it a bit easier, I think, for him to spot us here in the tower, but we'll see how close he'll get before becoming alert. I definitely like what I'm seeing. He is under 20 meters and still no change in his state of alertness. I'm going to go ahead and get my bow and spot him with that so that I can take him with that when he does notice that we're here, but he is getting extremely close, and still he actually hasn't even gone to alert yet. And I mean, obviously that is plenty close enough, so I guess, there we go. He did become alert there just before I took that shot, so somewhere in the area, again, of about 8 meters, I believe. 9 that time. But this is the one I really want to see. He'll be a little more likely, I think, to notice us a bit further away. He is a bit bigger, and I think he might have slightly heard that shot, but he should come in. Of course, this guy is nervous as well, but he is now under 20 meters and still in that nervous state, not yet alert, so I am going to get ready with the shotgun. Still just nervous. He should be changing here any second. Oh, I hit the edge of the tower there a bit. I'm not actually sure that's going to kill him. I think I did see his percentage drop there at the last second. That top-down angle is not really good either for the shotgun, but I did want the shotgun score, and I do see there's a lot of hunting pressure here. It's kind of bright pink, so I think he did go down from that shot. There must have been enough of the pellets in him to take him down. But basically what that tells me is if you're interested in bow hunting at all, start building your towers, because they are now extremely useful. I don't know how close this one was. He was actually closer than the small one that we shot. It was 9.1 meters on that shot, and if we had anything other than Buckshot, I believe we would have dropped him in his tracks pretty easily at that range. Of course, a bunch of flesh wounds, but he couldn't have been a gold anyway. He was only the 119 on the trophy rating, but that's so good to see that the towers are actually viable now, and they're going to be something that I'm really looking into using for my bow hunting for diamond series. Anytime I actually get a potential diamond, I'm really going to be focusing on kind of following him or calling him backwards to get to a tower, because it has to be so much nicer to use that than to try to use a little bit of cover. I think using the cover, we wouldn't have got him that close. That's actually a decent black bear, level 5, 15 to 18, and I think he's a cinnamon or a blonde. I kind of get all the colors mixed up. But if I can get out the right gun, let's see if we can pop this guy. Might as well go for double lung. It worked last time. Not this time. Probably just got one. He is headed our way. I don't think the level 5 is going to be a goal anyway, so I don't think we're missing out on that. But he is down in a pretty cool, whatever fur variation is. We'll find out here in just a moment. He is a cinnamon, and we did just catch the 1 lung. 17 trophy rating. Definitely was not going to be a gold. And man, I just cannot keep the fur variations on both of the bears straight in my head. But by the way, while I'm thinking of that, has anyone out there ever killed a common brown bear? Is that a thing, or do they all have one of the fur variations? I'm really curious, because I can't remember ever shooting a brown bear that said common for the fur variation. So if you have, I'd love to know, because I really want to know what they look like. This is definitely not a bad looking buck. I don't know if he'll quite make gold. I think he's probably closer to the low end of the 120s, but I might try to get a little screenshot of him here since I'm hidden in the bush. I don't often do that, and I wish I would do it more often, because it always is cool to get like the screenshots that are essentially just them walking around when you get that close. It's kind of like their natural, say natural on a pixelated animal, but you see what I mean. Their natural thing, and I'd love to take a screenshot of this, but he is gonna bust. But he did drop in his track, so if he is gold potential, we will have it, but I don't think he's quite there. He is 120, so a 783 gold, all there in the left lung with the buckshot, and we will continue on. That is a pretty good looking blacktail, level 4 with the max weight and score estimate, 157 to 210 on the trophy rating. That's definitely a gold if we can make the shot, but he is being a royal pain trying to get him to come in here. I'm thinking we might need to shoot a little further than we usually do, because the does are picking up my scent a little further away than I would expect, and he is attentive there at 40 meters and actually even alert. So if he turns broadside and this doe can get out of my way, hopefully that's going to be a vital hit. I'm not sure, but I don't think I had much of a better choice. And there is a lot of blood there, so I do think we should be getting a gold out of him. He was quite a nice buck, so we won't have the perfect quick kill bonus, but hopefully he goes down quickly, and we've got enough. Although I do not like what I'm seeing. Oh, actually he's down right here, so yeah, we should be good. I do believe we'll get a gold out of that, so I suppose it was worth all the time it took to bring him in. I mean, he really took his time, but let's see if we can stomp down some of this grass and get a look at that one antler that's above the ground anyway. Take a quick, whoa, not like that we won't, a quick little screenshot of that, and we'll pick him up. 161 on the trophy rating, 78% quick kill bonus brings us to 849 gold. That is quite a nice buck, and we had to take him 34 meters out with the buckshot. I was a little bit concerned about that, but I think that was what we had to do. He was probably going to bust, and that was probably our best chance to do it. So I think that's a pretty good animal to end on, a 849 gold. We'll just take a look at this. Make sure it's nothing crazy, and it is just a white-tailed doe. So that was quite fun. We should be over 2,000 weapon score now for the shotguns, and the magic number for the slugs is somewhere around 3250, so we're well over halfway there. So with that, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.